like 1800 gamers for me. I don't know what's going on.
I have not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look. Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
That was still a ticket.
Not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either. Two odd contraptions guarded a lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened. And that's what would have happened if I turned the left switch. But since I am here telling the story, you already know that I pulled the right one. Boxes, barrels, butter churns, and beds were jammed in every nook and cranny of that cave. All seemed so familiar. Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolen. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling puddles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind. Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth and claws was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
You want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to...
Way to add a shinier hat to my collection. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone created some silly conundrum. Volumes of old books with foreboding titles. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with, old books about recovering missing handles. As I was saying, this was no time to take a nap.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used lights to outsmart the trap. Then I used my cleverness to hide. Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
Drop an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
What did you use to fix the broken sword?
Run from a dragon?
The dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures. After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if Mira was my only friend. Wait a minute. This
I think I could have ran past him.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch. The mirror called out to me. ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive. With the magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
Doesn't get that much for it.
In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences. My arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there's so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old hat will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. How did you know shooting the bell would distract him?
Over the years, I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was very hungry. I, too, would be violently angry if I could only eat when my neglectful owner rang the bell. I know it was a sneaky trick, but I certainly wasn't going to set a dragon loose on the town or participate in any more abuse.
You really thought that through, Grandpa. I would have tricked him, too. At home, they call me Gwendolyn the Smarty Pants.
You come from a long line of logically minded nobles, and one very clever dentist.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
Well, hello, cousin.
Bart!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could. And I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Oh yes, the legendary beast he outsmarted with its own dinner bell. I don't know if he forgets that I've heard that story before, or if he just doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nurse mention.
You heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm at the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The court important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope. No junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now let's talk about far more important issues. Fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's smart you work out, please don't bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of... treating my opponents with respect. You're surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I'd seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It's a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Well, Triumph, as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. Big day tomorrow.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcomed the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization. Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical, floating island.
Grandpa! You can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry, Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him most. have sworn the parade of hopeful knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with him, watching with triumph. It seemed my first few minutes to a terrible start.
So, how did you catch up with them?
That odd horn seemed to be missing some sort of mouthpiece. Strange tracks blazed the trail through the forest. I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for. Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, not asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet. I did not go around using it on everything. That wheel seemed freshly broken. The wheel was already broken. No sense rubbing it in.
You dirty thieves! Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... No! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. It'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forge the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Here it is. I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've molded over, you better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material. Hey, you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait, you're stuck here with me. Every virgin is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fit. I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you can help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you helped me fix my chariot and lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for...
Nope.
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
That missing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Grandpa, your infamous puns are not my favorite.
What's the matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
Not a kitty, not a kitty!
No wheels in there. Still no wheels. An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to Orwell.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps.
By the river.
Do I really have to hear the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
Oh, what is not? The wheel was very broken. I would have to find another solution.
Find me a wheel, boy. Anything big and round should do the trick.
elsewhere was eerily quiet. Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade? I returned to the empty town. This was the best place to try finding a big, round wheel for the merchant. I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity shop. Names of these potions. Well, I was up for adventure. I didn't think randomly drinking potions was a good plan. Aha! Something big and round. Hopefully no one will mind if I borrow this tabletop. Like a blacksmith shop of swords. I borrowed enough for the day. That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
Then you scooped up all the weapons, right? Right?
No, I was looking for a wheel, not a fight. A bakery. And it smelled delicious. I didn't need to borrow more than one wheel. Delectable goods look tasty, but I couldn't compete in this tournament with a full stomach. Against the knickknacks was a little collection tray with a sign asking for tips. Nothing seemed to be brewing yet. I thought these potions, herbs, and other magical observed from afar. Ah, the shortcut.
that's late for that tournament, you know.
I thought this might do the trick.
What a clever choice! Such craftsmanship, and sturdy, too! Just hope you didn't pay too much. Hate for you to spend all your money when you've only just arrived in town, right? You ready, Mr. Fancy Cakes? I know, darling, I know. Silly question. You were born ready. Oh, wait, before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
No thanks. Not really interested.
Are you sure? They'll charge you double at the tournament. They're not as trustworthy as I am.
Price still seems really high to me.
Okay, you're twisting my turban here. I didn't pay you for such a deal, Deliberator. Final offer, previously discounted rate. Come on, treat yourself, boy.
I'll see if I can find a better deal at the tournament.
Well, suit yourself, but don't say I never did anything for you. Now, let's Vemenusi from this Meadowland, Mr. Fancy Cakes. It is go time. Mr. Fancy Cakes! Up, heel, halt, advance! We sincerely hope you enjoyed your stay in our luxury. Your belongings and watch your head on exit.
Thanks for the hospitality.
No time to lounge, my boy! Lucky for you, the parade is halted. And now in case of a mysterious missing bridge, I imagine. Watch your step! We wouldn't want any tears in that illustrious cape! Bon voyage, Buttercup! Don't forget about us working folk. Especially when your pockets are full of riches.
Hey! Get back here, you dirty thief!
Back away. It is unsafe for commoners.
Hello. Apologies, I'm late. I should be on the list. First name Graham, last name...
The list, unfortunately, is inside the theater, which is across that bridge, which is inexplicably missing.
We've ordered a temporary fix, but we're still sorting out the work order.
Well, with all the recent budget issues, I remain skeptical about the repairs.
Can't those knights check the list?
You mean Kyle and Larry? They're off duty. Don't ask.
Needn't worry. These night hopefuls will figure out a solution soon, and then we can carry on with the auditions.
But I am a hopeful knight. If you just step aside, I'm confident that I can find a way across.
Daventry Decree 6645 states that a royal guard once commanded must never, under no circumstances, in his post while on duty.
Well, technically, Addendum 237A allows us to leave if someone is in distress and in need of assistance, of a life or death nature.
I stand corrected, and we wouldn't want a repeat of the Rubenstern fiasco. A tardy auditionee, however, hardly counts for distress. Sorry, but we can't leave our post. King's orders. Blocked until this situation is under control. The forest is blocked until this situation is under control.
Come at me, bees!
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous.
you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
And then you chop down the tree full of angry bees?
Enough, Gwendolyn.
Distress! Abandoned post!
Learn how to swim, boy. Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking.
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous. Distress! Abandoned post!
Learn how to swim, boy. Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking.
This tired argument is getting on my nerves.
No need to argue about the fact that I am.
Huh?
Oh. Not good.
Mind if I join your semicircle?
Let us big kids figure this one out.
And another missing piece.
Your hero is sleeping. Well, I know the answer, but I want to see how all of you will solve it.
Dead.
Pardon me! All right!
The tree was too heavy to move. Chop it down to size. I left the hatchet lodged in the tree because I would not need it anymore.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Everyone always asks about that hatchet. It's a tad annoying.
You can't ignore me forever.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm deep in thought.
Very cool.
Hang on a sec. Graham, right?
Yes. How did you know my name?
Well, you'd be surprised at the information people give out when they're too busy thinking about their own agenda. I also observed that without you, no one could have made it across. Well done, Graham.
Thanks, I guess.
They'll never acknowledge it, you know. Those who use their minds over their biceps are never woven into the tapestries of time. I can tell you're like me, a creative thinker, an intellectual. To win this competition, you'll need to prove that your talents are in their strength, agility, and speed. You'll also need a friend.
I could really use a friend.
They call me Manny. Pleased to meet you.
What's your favorite color? Do you like popcorn flavor? Availability for sleepovers? Are we in a secret club?
Green. I prefer pizza flavored. I'm free on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I would say more of a secret alliance.
Alliance?
This competition will not be easy, and Daventry needs men like us. If we put our heads together, we might have a shot.
What's the plan?
If you win, put a good word in for me with the king. And if I win, I'll do the same. Soon, we'll both be moving up the ranks in the castle together. We should head inside the theater, though. Let me know how I can help.
Another horn and another missing piece.
Ma'am, to the front of the stage, please. Now that we have recovered our list, it is my duty to you are officially signed in. Yet to apologize, I am very, very terribly sorry, but we've run out of commemorative tote bags.
That's not the problem. I have no use for tote bags. My mother designed my cape with lots of pockets. Is the next event about to start?
Not so fast, Pocket Boy. The tournament bylaws explicitly state that each contestant must complete every event before continuing on in the competition. Since you were late, you missed the test of chivalry and the welcoming parade and warm-ups and getting to know you type exercises. You know, an icebreaker, before we start in on the usual death, destruction, and duels of a cutthroat nature.
Don't forget about Amendment 70, Article 4.
I was getting to that, thank you. In the spirit of equal opportunity, the new rules state that you can schedule a make-up chivalry test if and only if the circumstances for your absence were extenuating. So, I will ask, what were your extenuating circumstances that made you late for the tournament?
I don't know what the term extenuating means.
I'll just pencil in dim-witted. Now, go on, mingle with the other contestants. Find out as much as you can about them, and when you're ready for the chivalry test, come and see me.
A sharp snort erupted through the shadows. It heard me. Sacrifice my arm for the good of the rest of me. I flung my pinched arm downward as hard as I could. Shook inside, but my arm remained. Footsteps. No time to run. No time to think. Only action. I jumped off the wall and fell into a deep pit. A crash. Treasure everywhere. A yawn behind me. It was awoken. I scrambled to grab each piece and hurled one into the darkness. It called out in pain as I heard its body crash to the floor. Treasure in hand, I escaped and adventured onward.
And you escaped with all the treasure?
I relished every last bit of it. The flames danced right before my eyes. I couldn't go anywhere. They had me surrounded. I watched the flames grow, each ember reaching closer to my face. Then I knew there was a way out. I blew as hard as I could, countering that incendiary torture device and extinguishing each and every flame. The horde inched toward me, their cult-like call ringing through my ears. I leapt up and kicked one square in the throat, silencing his off-pitched blathering. The others, shocked by this sight, silenced themselves and bowed down to the hero you see standing in front of you.
What a happy adventure.
It seems I tell this legend every year.
How can I be you?
There was no looking past him. Every corner of my periphery, he was there, awaiting to be acknowledged, stalwartly mocking me. There he stood, the largest beast I had ever seen. He called to me, staring me down right between my eyes. I raised my hands ever so slightly to ready myself, but I twitched, only for an instant, and he saw it. He gathered his troops and fortified his walls. We wrestled for days, squeezing the life from each other's souls. When we both could take no more, I somehow found the strength. Your hero mustered up everything inside him and pushed that beast over the edge. The beast's guts exploded everywhere, and I was left with a mess.
How do you do it?
And it just burst through my skin.
The last one.
Hey, thanks for knocking that log over out there. Really, it gave me the opportunity to go on a lovely cruise.
Those nights were annoying me, and I wanted some alone time. Leave me be, little fly. You don't want to wake the bull.
Look, I don't want to be in this conversation any more than you do, but I missed the chivalry test, and I need to make it up. The faster we get this over with, the faster I can leave you alone.
Make it quick, then buzz off.
I'm Graham.
No last names. I don't even want your first name.
And your name?
I'm known throughout the land as Circumference, but I am currently in the process of rebranding myself, starting with my name. You should call me Acorn.
Circumference, because it's fat.
What was your name again? Sir Fatso?
It's Acorn. Get it right or pay the price.
What was your name again? Sir Walrus?
It's Acorn. Get it right or pay the price.
What was your name again, King Size?
It's Acorn. Get it right or pay the price.
What was your name again, Hornhead?
It's Acorn. Get it right or pay the price.
What was your name again? Sir Fatso?
It's Acorn. Get it right or pay the price.
What was that you were hiding in your paws?
None of your business, feather boy.
Seriously, what are you hiding? Is it a snack? Seriously, what are you hiding? Is it a snack?
Leave it alone, string bean.
What was your name again? Sir Walrus?
It's Acorn. Get it right or pay the price.
Seriously, what are you hiding? Is it a snack?
Leave it alone, string bean.
I'll leave you be.
Edges of my fingertips when it clasped shut. My arm was pinched between the treasure and its casing. I couldn't stay. If I did, I'd lose circulation and my limb would be lost. If I tried to remove my arm, it would be sliced from wrist to elbow. I didn't have much time. Then a sharp snort erupted through the
Hey there, I'm Graham.
Sure, I'm sure.
And your name?
What?
I didn't catch your name.
What? Is this true? Surely you jest, Greg. What rock did you crawl out from? How do you not recognize this well-proportioned?
It's not Greg, it's Graham. And, of course, I know who you are. You're... going to have to wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting right here, Garrett.
Hello, my name's Graham. Nice to meet you.
Achaka.
So, where do you hail from?
A chaka.
I see. Sounds exotic. So, what type of arrows do you fly with?
A chaka.
Nice, nice. I prefer the hand-whittled sapling arrows myself. Want to partner up? Show Daventry the power of dueling archers? What do you say?
A chaka.
Yeah, you're right. You'd probably just slow me down. Good chat. I'm gonna get back to the chivalry test.
Hey, Graham. We were just sharing some tips about the tournament. Let me know if you want the rundown about any of our competitors.
What can you tell me about Sir Tenov himself?
That's so inconsiderate! Although clever, these silly puns are not very becoming to a gentleman like yourself. Go meet everyone, then come talk to me. I've got a few tips to share.
What can you tell me about Acorn?
I can tell you not to mess with those bullhorns in any strength competition. I shouldn't be telling you this, but I heard a rumor that the man keeps a pet squirrel under his belly. What kind of a weirdo does that? Imagine what else he's hiding under there. Neither of us is going to be able to match his strength. If we're going to oust him, we'll need to work together and expose his secrets.
What can you tell me about Achaka?
I'm studying his every move. He should make any opponent quiver. You got me doing it now. He's fast, strong, and vicious with his bow. I'm trying to convince him to join our alliance. But the translation isn't quite working.
What can you tell me about Sir Tenov himself?
That's so inconsiderate! Although clever, these silly puns are not very becoming to a gentleman like yourself. Go meet everyone, then come talk to me. I've got a few tips to share.
I'm good. Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye!
What do you want?
I, heard what you're hiding.
No, you didn't, Skinny Pants.
I did. I heard a rumor that a tiny squirrel pet lives under your belly.
What? Who told you that? I bet it was Whisper. He's the worst. His ego is the one thing I can't stomach. And she's not my pet. She's my friend.
Does your squirrel friend have a name?
I wish Whisper would keep his big mouth shut. Her name is Princess Nat. She's a proper lady.
What else is hidden in that belly?
The bones of a feather boy if you don't leave me alone.
I think you're hiding something else in there, but I'm not sure I want to find out. I'll leave you be.
You need to get lost.
Its teeth in a yes. Have you remembered my name?
Whisper.
Correct. Well, Whisper's full name is Sir Walter Harris X Sally Percival Eduardo Ramon Jr. the third, hailing from Modesto. But I'm sure a fan like you knew that. Would you like an autograph?
I don't seem to have any portraits on me.
Well, if you find one, I'll sign it, free of charge. Whisper loves his fans. Whisper loves the knighthood, thwarting evil. But most of all, Whisper loves.
As do we all. I should be getting back to my chivalry test now.
Don't go! Whisper can do it!
That's a nice thought, but I'm pretty sure those guards would never confuse you for me. I mean, your armor is pretty recognizable.
Whisper's armor is shiny because Whisper loves his own reflection.
Yeah, I get it. Good day, Whisper.
Are you ready for the chivalry test?
Let's do it.
Question 1. Who is the only knight competing in the tournament that speaks multiple languages?
Manny. We're friends, you know. We have kind of an alliance.
Next question. This knight hopeful hails from a land far outside of Daventry. Based on the odds, he is favored to win the competition.
Chaka!
Okay, moving on. What is the full name of the fastest contestant in the competition?
The fastest.
Sir Walter Harris Ignatius Sally Percival Eduardo Ramon Jr. III of Modesto. I'm sure.
I see. Last question. Who or what is the favorite companion of the strongest competitor?
Princess Madeline of Avalon. She sounds quite charming.
Okay, let's see here. Tallying. It looks like you got all the answers correct. Great job, Pockets. Now, we shouldn't keep your new friends waiting, should we? Let's start the show.
Welcome, everybody. You are all here to win a knight position on King Edward's court. But that's not all. As you all know, tragically, the king has no heirs. So, this position could very well lead to the crown of Daventry itself. Now, let's officially commence the competition part of the tournament. I do hope you've... because it's about to get nasty. The time has come to collect your entrance tickets. Each knight hopeful will need to bring back to the theatre, one eye of a hideous beast. And, due to Proclamation 1748.2, it will actually need to be a hideous beast. Not like last year. No adorably cute, fuzzy or tiny creature eyes will be accepted. Thank you.
Nothing to see here.
There are many hideous eyes to find in Daventry. We urge you to take this opportunity to show us your skills. We want to know what's in your heart, how you think, and how you react in the face of danger. All that can be interpreted from one eye. But we will still judge you all the same. Now, everyone, go forth and claim thine eyes.
Whisper can do it.
I do not know his name. This might be how the dragon lost his eye.
Your step, kid.
Oh, thanks.
I know it ain't fancy, but it'll have to work for now. Maya Blackstone, nice to meet you.
Graham, the pleasure's mine. It's nice to see it.
This contract is over. Daventry can't afford me anymore. They can't even afford oil for the crumbler over there. My own invention, of course.
Oh, what does a crumbler do?
It lifts, it chops, it crumbles. Most importantly, it brings in the monies, which are desperately needed. Been kind of rough around here lately.
Seems that way. Daventry's been an interesting experience so far. Different from what I read in my travel books. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if it's for me.
Don't worry, kid. It's not you. This kingdom's been going downhill ever since the Queen died. And now, with the bridges out, no one can get into Daventry. It's really quiet. I hate the silence. I'm a woman of action, if you couldn't tell. Quiet towns don't pay the bills.
I can see that.
Well, get going. Perhaps someone's wandered into my shop. If you make it there, come say hi. I'm on the left.
Caution. Ease and distress.
So, how did you find an eye?
The hideous beast lurking inside. Ouch! Rude!
I didn't have any weapons.
pumpkin was housing too many squirrels for my taste.
Pick, pickety pick. I have to get these all picked before I can go home. Leave me be so I can finish my work.
A new kind of horn. Same result.
Wherever you are hiding, hideous beasts, I will find you.
I was too slow to catch those frogs. I tried again, but it was no use.
How's the back of my cape look?
Hasn't anyone told you it's not polite to go stomping around on people's backs? Give me one good reason not to gobble you up right now.
If you let me go, I can return to you with bundles of royal food. You see, I'm training to be a knight. If you release me, I'll make sure the king rewards you for your troubles.
You're a little scrawny for a knight. Long neck and a silly feather like that. You sure you aren't a goose?
Yes, I am quite sure I am not a goose.
That's exactly what a goose would say. Lucky for you, Ulfie hates the taste of goose. The feathers are bad for digestion. Now, what do you want from Ulfie, Goosey?
Can you share with me why all the bridges seem to be missing in Daventry?
Well, little Goosey, until further notice, the Bridge Troll Guild is a... For too long have we, the bridges, been stomped on by sharp-pointed shoes of the puny guards. Do they care that my back breaks out in an itchy rash from all that marching? Of course not. As Pilatus says, for shame, Daventry. We're not going back to work until the kingdom can take better care of their roads. I should be at the meeting. Her Ulfie always shows up fashionably late, right when the croissants are served.
What are all those weird instruments around the bridges for?
Usually those horns are used to summon its associated bridge troll to fill the gap. We have removed all mouthpieces until we get word from the head of the guild. Wolfie was instructed to keep all his horns hidden from humans. I keep mine under my butt.
You wouldn't happen to know where I can find an Eye of a Beast, would you?
Is it time for the tournament already? I thought that was on Tuesday, Father. My memory's failing again. Wolfie's been suffering from sleep deprivation. A very rude monster has been snarling in the bushes behind my back.
Is this monster you speak of hideous, perchance?
Snarling Snarlax is legendarily hideous. Those puny guards of Daventry will surely be impressed by his eye. It is rumored the beast has 2 purple eyes with bright blue glowing pupils, 6 legs, 3 paws, and 1 tooth. I could let you cross and perhaps even help you with that fire-eyed monster, but since Wolfie didn't eat you, Wolfie needs a pick-me-up. This big tooth is a sweet one. If you bring me something to eat, I'll consider helping you.
Happy trails.
Waddle back briskly, Goosey. Wolfie is starving.
No one should notice one bell missing.
What?
King Edward gave us everything we have. His legacy was tarnished in his later years, but he was a once great man. And he left me with a Daventry to grow the kingdom it is today. How precious. The badger wanted to make friends with the squirrels.
Get out of here! Graham! Shoot! Beat it! These dumb lanterns are always breaking. You hear that, Chester? You're a hack! Not everyone around here takes pride in their work like I do. Unfortunately, those blue flames are the only things that spook the pack. So I'm forced to return to their shop of wizardry and toiletries. Wetzel wolves are super aggressive this time of year. Usually, they travel north to the hills of Serenia for mating season. But like us, they are stranded here until the bridges are fixed. Hey, kid, can you do me a favor?
I can try.
Can you help me keep that back door closed? I run the local Wetzel Wolf Watch program here in town. There's patches getting made. If you keep that door closed, you can be an official member. Think it over. Patches!
I walked into town on my last coin. Whatever path I chose to pursue for my eye would need to be cheap.
Hey, Graham, if you like sharp things, you've come to the right place. We have over 23! Oh, forgive me. Last night was a little rough. I woke up on the floor, my bed nowhere to be found. Can you believe that? What type of yahoo steals a bed while you're sleeping in it? And the most curious part, nothing else is missing. Anyway, take a look around. Let me know if something piques your interest. Back away from the crumbler. Unless you have 50 gold coins for a work order. Don't touch that, Graham, or you might be the one losing an eye. Please be careful. These items are sharp.
Do you have any idea where I can hunt down an eye of a hideous beast?
What a glorious day for a tournament. My favorite time of year. Fire-eyed new recruits, the clanks and clinks of armor clashing, the action the very finest. One hopeful always rises to the occasion. I love it all. Some people in town, they complain about the barbaric events, but it's a tradition I'm proud to be a part of. If I was competing, I'd go after the biggest, scariest beast I could find, even if it meant certain death. As they say, fortune favors the bold. You, on the other hand, look like you spend a lot of time in your head, trying to figure out all the possibilities before making a move. Pick a plan and go! Too much time thinking leads to inaction, and inaction is just boring.
So, I've been to ask. What is that amazing blade for? Is it for battling vicious werebears? How many ice orcs has it slain? Does it deal justice? Is it road legal? Is it made of fear?
Oh, that? No, that's for gardening. I use it to trim my hedges. Seeing as my place is all tended to, and my petunias are most lovely, I have one shiny gold coin. I'm sure you've got a prickly situation that needs attending.
Bye.
Say, a sword is mightier than a pen.
Hello there, and good afternoon. Forgive the shop from lacking our usual favorites. With all the bridges out and my supplier missing, I can't keep all my delicious treats stocked. But have a look around. I'm here to answer any questions.
Was he trying to set the record for the world's biggest pie?
Oh, custard! Just like my mom used to make.
Oh, I'm saving that pie. Sorry.
The sign read, ask us about our free samples.
How can I help?
Got any free samples?
Oh, today only. I'm letting people sample our new walnut strudel. However, I ran out of bitterroot. It's really nasty on its own, but it really brings out the nutty flavor of the strudel. It usually grows under big, heavy rocks. If you can find me some, you can have all the free samples you want.
What's today's special?
Oh, well, today I am baking up quite the treat. Grandma's star shroom pie. A delicacy big enough to feed an army. Or someone with the appetite of an army. I've eaten it in one sitting before. Well, don't judge. No one would trust a skinny baker, now would they? Unfortunately, my ingredients haven't been delivered. I can't complete the recipe. Until those bridges get fixed, people will just have to settle for the love in my goat hoof pie instead. Tell you what, if you can find me some starberries and sugar shrooms, you can have this monster pie for the discounted price of 1 gold coin.
So, where can I find the ingredients for that giant pie?
I'll also need 1 gold coin. But which ingredient?
The starberries.
They are yellow and tend to grow high on trees in sunny areas.
The sugar shrooms.
They are pink and only grow in cold, dark areas.
Never mind. Good day.
Aren't you glad you came here today? on the delivery boy, are you? Bertrand is usually so prompt with our rare, miraculous, and oftentimes delicious ingredients.
Oh, horse feathers, Chester. This boy's no courier. He desires a position in King Edward's court. He's a thinking soul just like us. If he continues down this path, he will have no trouble defeating the contenders in this year's night tournament.
Zounds! Did you just read my fortune?
No, just very old and very judgmental people.
It's true, we're judges. This is my judging face.
Ariel and I don't read fortunes anymore.
Yep. There was no future in it.
Oh, we couldn't tell fortunes even if we wanted to. Someone purchased our fortune table when we were watching the parade.
Bless their heart. Whoever left us that money was bound to have good fortune.
Wish we had more thoughtfulness like that in Daventry.
Take a look around, boy. Let us know if you like anything you see.
Something mysterious and magical was brewing in that pot. It looked like some type of broken lantern.
What are these little guys?
Those are bird bones. Our own invention.
Kinda like a smoke bomb, but they release gas that will cause your victim to cluck like a chicken. Temporarily, of course.
Those ones expired though, so they're just for display. It reminds me of our son.
Something mysterious and magical was brewing in that pot.
It reminds me of our...
Like me, this little tree was new in town and needed some time to grow and find its way. Too sappy?
I have nothing to say.
You warm up to it. Of course, the one wanted my squirrel. Did I ever tell you about the time I tried to catch a frog? It was riveting.
Grandpa.
Do squirrels count as hideous?
We need to hurry this up. I'm missing another.
I better stand on this side of the rock.
It wouldn't budge.
you the trap.
Fantastical floating island. Only steps away. It's so floaty. You'll be amazed.
I wasn't always a master archer, you see before you now.
How'd you learn?
We'll get to that part.
Don't worry. The Wetzels will be here soon, Princess Madeline.
You just pranced into a dark cave filled with vicious wolves?
You know, I'm not sure. Maybe I should pause for reflection. Moving any further in the dark seemed like a bad idea.
Almost there. World's greatest floating island. Don't turn right. No way.
Starberries framed a serene view. Shame about that buzzing beehive, though. My love, you're my everything. I might not have enough money for a ring yet, but I just can't wait any longer. Will you be mine forever? I better put this back.
Kids, don't stop screaming until Dad pulls over the wagon. This was on my bucket list.
That didn't fit there. That didn't fit there.
Fantastical floating island. Only steps away. It's so floaty. You'll be amazed.
I wasn't strong enough to move that rock. The announcement board, the tournament.
Not a kitty, not a kitty!
An overgrown patch of spiniferous thorn weeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps.
Wherever you are hiding, hideous...
After trying for hours to catch those flies, I was exhausted. I thought I was going to croak.
Not.
Do squirrels count as hideous?
West, tournament the North Town Square. South, under development, coming next spring.
Happy trails.
Waddle back briskly, Goosey. Opie is starving.
Hey, Graham. Hello.
How much for that gardening tool?
1 shiny gold coin.
What was your advice again?
We need a traditionally brave knight in Daventry. One that can cut through all the new policies and rules, and instead get out there and protect our borders from enemies. We need a knight that can fight off.
Bye.
Fortune favors the bold, and Amaya favors the fortune.
Figure out what you want?
So, where can I find the ingredients for that giant pie?
I'll also need 1 gold coin.
The starberries.
They are yellow and tend to grow high on trees in sunny areas.
The sugar shrooms.
They are pink and only grow in cold, dark areas.
Never mind. Good day.
Don't get in any rhubarbs.
How can we help?
So, I just gotta know, what is brewing in that cauldron? Is it a transfiguration elixir? Is it an invincibility potion? If I drink it, will I understand the language of creatures? Will I sprout the wings of an eagle? Or if I...
Oh, this? Teeth whitening potion.
Oh, it's gonna change everything.
Watch this. Behold the power of awakening.
Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, well, we're still working out the kinks. While we're still in the prototype phase, feel free to dip whatever you want in there free of charge.
Ooh, how much for that candle?
Our everlasting blue flame lantern? The housing's broken. Someone brought it in for repair but never paid.
Tell you what, if you bring us something we can hollow out to house the candle, you can have it for the price of 1 shiny gold coin.
How's that teeth whitening potion coming?
While we're still working on it, you can dip whatever you want in it for free. Guarantees it'll come out right, though.
Do you have any eyes of hideous beasts in stock?
An eye, you say? Yes, yes. Your name, please?
It's Graham. Last name?
Graham. With a G, I assume. I don't see your name on this list. You did pre-order, right?
Pre-order?
Oh, yes, this time of year our eyes fly off the shelves.
If you haven't pre-ordered, you got luck. Our eyes are completely on back order. If you like, we can put you on the waiting list for our next shipment.
When will that arrive?
We get shipments every 8 months.
I'm afraid that won't work.
Well, hang on a sec. It's Graham. May we bend your ear for a bit?
Bend away.
You need an eye for the tournament, I'm guessing.
Yes, I have always dreamed of becoming a knight.
Why? Evidence and proclamations, that it seems a frightful business. Do you have any idea how many royal guards we lose to that voracious smoke monster?
Well, my father was a knight, and my grandfather was a knight, and my great-grandfather, well, he was a dentist, but his father was a knight. Basically, I come from a long line of protecting crowns. I started looking at me, but once I graduated, all the opportunities had dried up. I might not fit in here, but Daventry's my last shot.
Oh, you'll fit in just fine. You'll define the eye of a hideous beast. But one for those who can outsmart the rule makers.
Fare thee well.
May your quest be logic-filled. It reminds me of our son.
If I could bring the Hobblepots something to hollow out and house that glowing blue candle, I could have that lit. For the price of one shiny gold coin, of course.
It reminds me of our son.
Yes?
Ooh, how much for that candle?
Our everlasting blue flame lantern? The housing's broken. If you bring us something we can hollow out to house the candle, you can have it for the price of one shiny gold coin.
Fare thee well.
May your quest be logic-filled. It reminds me of our son.
I always miss him this time of
I think
year.
I need
He
that.
dreamed of becoming a knight, too. I wish he would.
That pumpkin was housing too many squirrels for my taste. That didn't need a bell. I never waste food.
Seems like a waste of money.
Of course, the one good pumpkin had to be guarded by squirrels. Why did I squirrel?
much for that candle?
Our everlasting blue flame lantern? The housing's broken. If you bring us something we can hollow out to house the candle, you can have it for the price of one shiny gold coin.
Fare thee well.
May your cap be one of thieves.
He reminds me of our son.
You hope?
No, okay.
He dreamed of becoming a
I
knight,
did
too.
not hope
I
that.
wish he would visit more.
At least right. He was quite handy around the shop, though. Especially with potions.
He'll return. Dangers of his own to see.
Hey, Graham. Hello.
How much for that gardening tool?
One shiny gold coin.
Bye.
Don't forget leg day!
I have to buy the gardening.
That, Graham, or you might be the one losing an eye.
Did you win it? Did you spend your only gold coin on the epic weed whacker?
I did. All costs a fortune.
Now, Graham, promise me you will only use this for its intended purpose.
I shall be brave in all my hedge trimmings.
Those plants will never see it coming.
Those squirrels should watch their back.
Cut?
Not that type of story.
You hope?
No poking.
Cut?
I did not cut that.
Beehive.
Someone had set the scene for a lovely evening. Goosey!
Happy trails.
Waddle back briskly, Goosey. Opie is starving.
Was a hideous beast lurking inside.
Seeing all these new rooks, the old days.
Are you paying attention?
What? No, I was reminiscing. Sorry.
Caution,
Bees?
Wherever you are hiding, hideous beasts, Whistler will find you. Do squirrels count as hideous?
I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the craftsmanship of these traps.
I was a few steps behind, but I was hopeful a beast was in that well, and I wanted an eye to impress everyone.
But Grandpa, the dragon lives down there.
I didn't know that yet, Gwendolyn, and pretend you don't either. Before the one I told you last night. Sometimes a story is best told.
Got it.
I was out of my league down there, but I had some room. I guess you could say I was stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Stop stalling, Grandpa.
Hey! Whatever's down here, it's mine.
There wasn't much to see that way, so I turned around and went back.
Stalama. Afamata. 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 Water. Afamata. 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 Stalama. Afamata. Water.
And then we paused there for some tea and cake.
We did it!
Water.
and share your excitement. I took the long way, he took the astounding way. No matter that, I will be mine. The story sure is. Story sure is. Story sure is dragging on.
But we're at the good part.
The story sure. Story. Story short. I toasted to... Sorry. Sorry. It's a shame I was fired so early. I was climbing rapidly towards success.
Grandpa! Sorry, sure is dragon. It's a shame I was... Sorry. It's a shame I... I toasted.
I toasted to my...
Hey, good looking out.
A chaka. Buta?
Still on, still on.
That dragon was certainly not on a short leash. Looks like now I needed him.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Still on, still on.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Still on, still on.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Half an hour.
Uta!
Still on, still on.
Uta!
Half an hour. Half an hour.
Utah!
Half an hour.
Utah!
Still on, still on.
Not over shortly.
Utah!
Half an hour. Up and up.
Huta!
Up and up.
Huta!
Still on, still on.
That dragon was certainly not on a short leash. I had to set up the shield so he could shoot that tail. And we could bust the door off its hinges.
Huta!
Up and up.
Huta!
Up and up.
Huta!
Still on, still on.
Huta!
Up and up.
Hey, do you think we could share that dragon eye?
Shrekky, Afamata.
My thoughts exactly.
Shrekky. Shrekky. Uta.
Stalama, Stalama! I'm done. I am done. This is not for me.
Where?
Yes, I'm going home. Where I belong. Was promised wonder and adventure and fantastical floating islands. What I got was a Daventry that will never live up to what it once was.
Daventry needs you, Graham. I know it's not what you expected, but give it time. We can work through the kinks together. It can be great with the right people in charge.
I'm not that person. You should stop believing in me. It could get you killed.
Fine. Leave. Be a dead. I guess Chaka was wrong.
What?
Nothing. It was nice meeting you, Graham.
Spill it.
Well, Chaka and I were chatting during your chivalry test, and he had some thoughts about you. Didn't you find it odd that Achaka entered this tournament, Graham? Did he ever tell you why?
He might have. I only learned 2 words of his language.
A horrendous famine struck Achaka's village, Ichtuwe. He left his suffering family to enter this tournament. He hoped to seek an audience with the king to plead for help. It was a long shot, even for him.
Great. So because of me, a whole village... That makes me feel better.
No, because of you, a village will be saved. Chaka was impressed by you. He told me he was watching you on your travels to Daventry, and that you seemed like the type of person that could inspire change. More so than those bucketheads, anyways. If you're not going to compete for yourself or me, do it for the Ichtuans. They need you. You're their last hope.
I couldn't go back if I wanted to. After all that, I didn't even get an eye.
Here, have one of mine. I have plenty. No excuses now.
For those brave souls that are still... welcome back. Now, you may have heard some squawking from a few naysayers in our kingdom concerned with the ethics of the tournament. But proclamations and addendums aside, this is the way we have always done it in Daventry, and this is the way we will continue to do it. Now, Knight Hopefuls, if you would be so kind to present your eyes.
Hold still.
Distressed.
I don't know why, but it looks as though his pre-order went through.
True enough. Do you remember your eye?
Oh yes, it once belonged to a hideous, majestic unicorn. You know, before the proclamation.
Congratulations. Officially accept all the eyes presented. I'll see you in the duels.
Take that and that! Oh, Mr. Springbottom. What? You're surprised I'm competing in the stuffed animal tournament? You know what? I will make some stories of my own. I'll pick up where my last book left off. It was called 31 Ways to Slay a Monster. I just can't do it, Mr. Springbottom.
Gwendolyn.
I'm sorry, Grandma.
Oh, I'll take care of it, dear. I came to tell you your grandfather is ready for you. Run along, go have some adventures. And just try to have your next adventure away from my glass vases, please.
Now it's time for my favourite tournament, the duels. You will compete against each other in a duel of strength and a duel of speed, with the winners facing off in a championship duel of wits.
The pairings of knights were selected at random, so no complaining. I'm looking at you, Whisper.
Any ties will be settled in sudden death. The winner, of course, will gain the ninth position.
The duel of strength will take place at our fantastical and wondrous floating island.
And bring your steed to the tournament theatre for the duel of speed.
Please unveil the tournament board.
I will remain.
Good luck!
That ticket. No.